Welcome to the Dove Show. I appreciate you guys, man. Check me out.
I caught an L at a young age, stretched out. Getting 24, homie, I got 5 out. Now on YouTube, trying to get a paper route. Coming till you know the deal, we on some grown shit now. What's cracking, everybody? New video. Welcome back to the channel. I still haven't been to work. And I know everybody's probably like, if you haven't been to work, why is this video dropping so late? I'm still recuperating, still tired. And life being what it is, I had a lot of things to take care of today. But I will be back on the grind, back to work tomorrow. I know it's gonna kick my butt because I'm still really tired, but gotta do what we gotta do. Anyhow, today's video, I was thinking about what should I talk about? And I did the YA video, and I wanted to open people's eyes to how YA was, went a little bit deeper than normal. Give people a little bit more insight. There were other things I could have brought up. Somebody mentioned Jim TD. Anybody that's been to Paso knows how treacherous that was, but I didn't put it in there, forgot about it. This video is gonna be about Pelican Bay. Bum, bum, bum. I've said in other videos that when I have spoken about Pelican Bay that Pelican Bay is a prison, Pelican Bay State Prison out here in California. It's a pretty infamous and notorious place. It has a legendary status because it housed what were identified as the worst of California's criminals, right? Those of you that know, that's really the SHU, which was C facility and D facility. The SHUs, the security housing units, are where those men were housed, the ones that the state was deeming that. There were also many, there were hundreds of men in there who, yeah, they had committed some crimes and been sent to prison, and while in prison had committed crimes, but they were also slammed down indefinitely through a kangaroo court system, right? And, they spent a lot of money to build that prison, and they wanted to make sure it stayed occupied. And I'm sure they're hating it right now, the way everything's going and things aren't the way they used to be anyways. What I want to talk about is this. The impact that Pelican Bay had on the rest of the Department of Corrections in California. Again, I cannot speak towards the blacks, the others. They could do that. If it had the same or similar effect on them, I think the whites, it was pretty much the same effect from what I saw, for the most part. But definitely, Raza from Southern California, the impact was. Let me tell you. So, it used to be where, when somebody had to get whacked on the yard, unless it was a specific thing where they had to be killed. If somebody was gonna get moved on, the shooter would go ahead and do his thing, and if he could get away with it, he would try to do that, Make sure the guy is hit good, and then if you feel like, okay, I got him right, and you can get away with it, you could do that, that you did your jale, you removed the problem, he got his issue, right? So that was like a normal thing, right? Well, none of the other yards were recorded. They didn't have cameras everywhere. So when they built Pelican Bay State Prison, that became California's most sophisticated prison, right? And it was, prisons like that sprouted across the U.S. But so on A facility and B facility, those were the main lines. Those were not the shoes. Those were where people could go to yard together, and things were what you would normally see on TV or on movies, right? C and D again were the shoe, completely different thing. Well, it was known that prior to releasing yard, every tower cop in A and B facility would turn on the cameras, right? So every single building, there's 8 buildings, okay, on a yard. Every single building had 2 cameras attached to it. Then you had where Central Tower was at, the main gunner, yard gunner, there was a ball, like in the visiting room, there was a ball camera, right? And you can't see it, so you don't know where it's moving. That's the only one that was actually movable, and that one was controlled by the ISU, right? Investigative Services Unit. The ones with the black badges. Well, every inch of the yard was recorded. Again, prior to them releasing a single cell out to the yard, 4 yard, they would turn on all the cameras. So when somebody was gonna get moved on, somebody had to get whacked in Pelican Bay, the shooters knew, I'm gonna get caught. No matter what you did, you were going to get caught. So the mindset changed to, instead of, well, I'm gonna try to get away, you can't. That's out of the question. Then it became, I'm gonna try to kill him then, because I'm gonna get the same, I can get life for attempted, just like I can for actually, completing the job. And so that was the thing that you would see. You would see a hit in Pelican Bay. They were gonna take you to the dirt and stay on you until the cops shot you off of them or pulled you off of them, sprayed you off of them, whatever they had to do to get you off of your target, right? So guys would, do their thing in the bay, and they would go back to the shoe. And one thing about Pelican Bay, and it became the same for High Desert too back then, the only way you could transfer out of Pelican Bay or High Desert was to stab somebody, kill somebody, go to the shoe, and then while you're in the shoe, get approved for a transfer there, because no prison wanted you. If you were in Pelican Bay or you were in High Desert, no other prison in the state wanted you, okay? So guys would do whatever they did, do their holiday on the yard, whack somebody, kill them, whatever happens, boom. They would go to the shoe, they would get put up for transfer to another prison, okay? And they would take their mentality with them, the Pelican Bay mentality. It's not about trying to get away. So they would go to another yard, another guy from the Bay lands there, another guy. And when you see them moving on somebody, you see like, this vato's playing for keeps. Then you have what you always have in prison, that alpha mentality, right? Where somebody sees somebody do a holler like that, and they're like, damn, Holmes. And they hear everybody talking about it. So then they'd be like, watch when I do mine. They go, same thing. And I can't blame the CDC for wanting to have cameras and think that they can solve the crimes, and but there is the CDC does bear some responsibility when they make men who don't really, back then, the times have changed now, to an extent, right? But back then there was so much hopelessness, nobody was going home, there was no programs for rehabilitation. There's some of that now, but you already had men that were like, I'm gonna die in this bitch anyways, right? So when they were being told like, shit, you can go to death row for this, shit, they were going all out, like, I'm gonna make it worth it. And that, like I said, went throughout the state. And it was a cold thing, you guys gotta remember, whenever the CDC enacts something, the convicts have a reaction, and vice versa. They're playing chess. You know how they say it's chess, not checkers? They're really playing chess in there, but with men's lives. The CDC especially. And I know there's going to be people in the comments, oh, there you go, blaming the system. I'm not blaming the system. But I've said, and I will continue to say, incarceration should not be punishment. Incarceration should be rehabilitation, or at least an opportunity at rehabilitation, because I always tell you guys, about 80% of those that go in are going to come back to the community soon. We want them to have some rehabilitation. We want them to develop some compassion for themselves so that they can learn how to have compassion for others. I think that's important for our communities. There's somewhat of a push for that now, but it's not really the CDC that wants that. It's the Anti-Recidivism Coalition is behind a lot of that. You know, they've got a lot of things done, and fortunately, it got me out, and it's got a lot of your loved ones out. You know, but anyways, this video is long enough, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like and share the video with somebody you think would like it. If you didn't like the video, hit the thumbs down and let me know why. Leave a comment. Also, don't forget to check out my other channel, Dub S. I'll have it written on here somewhere at some point through this video. But I want to get this video out to you guys tonight, man. Thank you guys for being on the channel again. Please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out.